Welcome to the deep dive. We take these big complex topics and boil them down, give you something useful you can walk away with today. So if you've heard about chakras, maybe you wondered, how these old ideas fit into our, frankly, pretty stressful lives. Well, this deep dive is definitely for you. Okay, let's unpack this. We're using this really great guide, The 7 Spinning Wheels, as our map today. It lays out the body's energy system pretty clearly.
It's a fantastic map, yeah. And it's key to remember this isn't some new fad, right? This comes from ancient Indian traditions. It's a really deep model for understanding ourselves. And the name itself tells you something. Chakra, it's Sanskrit.
Right.
Means wheel or disc.
Wheels.
Right.
So they spin. And that spinning, that energy, it does something important.
Precisely. Yeah, the idea is they spin along the body's center line, regulating energy flow. The term is prana. When they're spinning right, everything feels balanced, harmonious. But if they get sluggish or blocked or even spin too fast...
Yeah, that's when problems start. Physical, emotional.
Exactly. That's when you see that discord crop up. Physically, emotionally, mentally, it all connects.
Okay, so our mission today, hit all 7. Figure out where they are, what they do, some surprisingly specific things I noticed, and maybe most importantly, what it looks like when they're out of whack.
Yeah.
Let's start at the bottom right, the physical foundation.
Yes, the grounding chakras, the first 3, they really anchor us in the physical world. Think survival, desire, personal strength.
The absolute foundation. Tell us about the first one, the root.
That's the root chakra, Muladhara. It sits right at the base of the spine. Its color is red, a very grounding color. Functionally, it's all about stability, safety, survival instincts, feeling grounded where you are. When it's balanced, you feel secure, confident, just solid.
Okay, so imbalance could mean anxiety, insecurity. That seems straightforward. But the guide pointed out something really specific that caught my eye. It linked root imbalance to financial worries. Why that specifically?
That's a great question. It's basically the old survival instinct meeting modern life. For many people today, financial security is the modern stand-in for basic safety and survival, right?
Makes sense.
So if that root chakra is blocked or unsteady, that primal fear, the fear of not having enough, of scarcity, it bubbles up. So even if logically, you're okay financially, that deep-seated insecurity can show up as constant money anxiety. It's like the ground doesn't feel solid underneath you.
Wow, okay. That makes it very real, doesn't it? Brings it from abstract energy to a worry many people feel every day.
All right, moving up just a bit from pure survival.
Yeah.
How we experience life.
Exactly. That leads us to the sacral chakra, Svadhisthana. It's in the lower abdomen, think just below the navel, and it glows orange. This one is all about flow. Think creativity, pleasure, emotions, sensuality, sexuality. It's really the engine of our emotional world, how we experience things.
So if the root is about being stable, the sacral is more fluid, moving. That's a perfect way to put it. Yeah, fluid. When it's flowing well, you enjoy things. Creativity comes easily. Emotions move through you without getting stuck.
And if that flow gets blocked, or maybe becomes like rapids, turbulent.
Right. Then you see things like creative blocks, finding it hard to feel joy, big emotional swings, those really intense ups and downs. And definitely issues with intimacy can show up here. If you feel like your emotions are just constantly running the show, the guide suggests looking right here at the sacral.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me. We go from feeling, the sacral, to doing, willpower. We hit that third chakra, our power center.
That's the solar plexus chakra, Manipura, upper abdomen, stomach area. And it shines bright yellow. This is your inner fire, your sense of self-esteem, your willpower, your personal strength. A balanced solar plexus isn't just about feeling confident, though. It's about independence, having the drive to go after your goals without needing everyone else's approval.
So it's our core strength, but in balance.
Yeah.
It wouldn't just be weakness, right? It could be like misdirected strength, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, if that inner fire is shaky, it doesn't just make you feel worthless or unmotivated. The source is quite clear. It can also manifest as, too much fire, like excessive anger, aggression, and this is specific control issues.
Right.
It's like trying to control everything outside yourself because that inner power source feels unreliable. You try to grab power externally.
Okay, that paints a clear picture.
Yeah.
So we've built this foundation. Survival, root, pleasure, sacral, and power, solar plexus.
Yeah.
Mostly about the self. Now we get to the connection point, center of the chest.
We do. The heart chakra, Anahata, right in the center of the chest. Its color is green, representing healing, growth. And yes, it's the absolute bridge. It connects those lower three, more physical chakras with the upper three, the more spiritual, intellectual ones. Earth and spirit meet here.
So what's its main job, being that bridge?
Its core function is love. Unconditional love, compassion, forgiveness, both giving and receiving. When your heart chakra is balanced, you're open, you can connect deeply with others, you're naturally kind. You don't really keep score emotionally, you know?
Yet, the guy specifically mentions imbalance here. Showing up is holding grudges. That seems like a really powerful, specific link. How does an energy block turn into not forgiving?
Well, think about what holding a grudge is. It's basically stopping the flow, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
You're clinging to past hurt. You're closing the heart, maybe as a way to protect yourself from getting hurt again. So that inability to let go, to forgive yourself or others, is seen as a direct symptom of energy being constricted there. The heart stops being a bridge and kind of becomes a wall.
It cuts off connection.
Exactly. Cuts off the flow between your head and your gut, in a way.
And that's where this map becomes so useful for you, the listener. If you find yourself stuck, replaying old fights, unable to move past hurts, the map point's right here. The heart center needs attention.
It gives you a specific place to look, rather than just feeling vaguely unhappy or stuck. Okay, shall we move up?
Let's. Up to the final three. Communication, insight, spirit.
We start with communication. The throat chakra, Vishuddha. Right in the throat, obviously. Color is blue, a clear, bright blue.
Okay, throat communication. Makes sense.
Yeah, it governs how we communicate, speaking our truth, genuine self-expression. When it's balanced, you can say what you mean clearly, honestly. But crucially, you're also a good listener. You can hear others' truths, too.
The guide warns about imbalance, though. Not just being shy, but also dishonesty.
Yes, that's critical. A block here makes it hard to speak your truth. And that difficulty can come out either as silence, not being able to stand up for yourself, or the opposite, misdirection. Lying, maybe exaggerating because saying what's real feels too hard or risky.
So a lack of integrity in how you communicate.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Moving straight up from the throat, we land between the eyebrows, the famous third eye chakra, ajna, indigo.
Indigo, that deep blue-purple, yes. This is your center for higher knowing. Intuition, wisdom, imagination, seeing beyond the surface. When it's working well, you have clarity, insight, you can process things and see the bigger picture beyond just immediate worries.
So if the third eye brings clarity, a blockage must mean the opposite. What's the most common way that it shows up, especially today?
Well, confusion, definitely. Lack of focus. And something the source flags as a really modern symptom, overthinking.
That constant mental chatter.
Exactly. If you're just spinning your wheels mentally, analyzing everything to death, getting paralyzed by options, but never really trusting your gut or reaching a clear decision, that point's right here. It's like you're stuck in analysis mode and can't access that deeper, intuitive wisdom.
That makes so much sense. It's not just about psychic visions then. It's about cutting through the noise in our heads to find real clarity.
Precisely. Filtering the noise is a big part of it. And then finally, we reach the very top. The Crown Chakra, Sahasrara.
Top of the head. Glowing violet or maybe white light.
Correct. This one represents spirituality, connection to cosmic consciousness, your higher self. It's where everything else integrates, where individual sense of self can dissolve into something larger.
That sounds like, well, maybe the hardest one to keep balanced in our super busy material world.
It is a huge challenge, yes. When it's balanced, you feel this deep inner peace, a sense of purpose, connection. But when it's imbalanced, that disconnection can show up as feeling lost, lacking meaning, maybe deep loneliness, or, interestingly, the opposite extreme.
Which is?
An intense focus on the material world. The guide calls it material obsession.
Wait, so chasing wealth or status like crazy, the guide sees that not just as ambition, but as a sign of spiritual emptiness.
That's the perspective, yes. It frames extreme materialism as trying to fill a spiritual hole with physical stuff. If that highest connection point is blocked, the energy kind of gets pushed downwards, leading to overcompensating in the physical world, seeking things instead of meaning or purpose.
Wow, okay, that's a powerful connection. So what does this all mean? For you, listening right now, you have this map of 7 energy centers. How do we make this practical? Not just an interesting list.
Right. And the guide is actually really helpful here. It stresses, if you're new to this, don't get overwhelmed. You don't have to master everything overnight. The goal is awareness first.
Okay, so what are the first steps? Give us something concrete.
First step is just learning the map. Know where each chakra is, its color, its basic theme. Then, if you're feeling something specific, like that communication issue we talked about, Try visualizing the color associated with that chakra in that area. So visualize bright blue light at the throat.
Okay. Visualize the color in the area that feels off. Simple enough.
Yeah. The source also suggests things like simple breathing exercises focused on that area, or even listening to specific music designed for chakra balancing. There's a lot out there. But maybe the most powerful first step, just start paying attention. Become aware of how your body and emotions connect. Notice where you feel tension when certain issues come up. That tightness in your stomach when you feel powerless, that lump in your throat when you can't speak up.
So it's about using this ancient map as a kind of diagnostic tool for modern life, helping us pinpoint where the stress is landing instead of just feeling generally awful.
Exactly. It gives you specific coordinates.
Okay, so quick recap. We learned the Sanskrit word chakra means wheel. We covered the 7 colors, the locations, and these really specific links, from financial stress tied to the root, all the way up to material obsession linked to the crown.
And the core insight really is that this system gives you a way to understand that inner friction, that feeling when things are just off. Whether it's holding a grudge, which points to the heart, or overthinking, which flags the third eye. It sees these as natural results when energy isn't flowing smoothly. It provides a language for what's happening inside.
There's clearly so much more depth here, but we always like to leave you with something to think about.
So, here's a thought. If these chakras represent not just feelings, but actual actions or states like communication or confidence or grounding, think about your average day. How many little frustrations, moments of doubt, or slight annoyances might actually be reflecting one of these spinning wheels being just a little off kilter?
Oh.
And based on that specific feeling, that little frustration, where in your body, according to this map, would you look first to maybe understand it or even begin to address it? Something to mull over.